Hello and welcome back to Building on a Budget Models. I'm Thomas and this is the fourth and final part of the Jaguar E-Type in 1/24th scale by Revell. Before we start, some of you may have noticed that the channel recently hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm amazed by this. I can't really remember what my intention was for the channel when I set it up, but I never would have dreamt this, especially within a year. Anyway, there will be a special video with a giveaway coming up soon, so please hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all my new videos. As I had fitted the bodywork to the chassis in my last video, all that was left for me to do today was to add the chrome and headlights and things like that. Now, starting here with these tail lights, the circular part of them just needs to be coloured in red, which I did using my red Sharpie. There is then a clear part which goes on the rest of them, which is half in orange and half in red. I forgot to record those bits going together, but the fit isn't very good, and I actually dropped one and spent a long time looking for it. Did find it eventually, thankfully. These are a bit fiddly and need quite a bit of pressure to fit in exactly, but a bit of super glue on the back and they're quite secure. I think it's a good idea to do the lights before you do the chrome kind of bumper, because you might position the bumper in the wrong place where the tail lights and headlights need to go. The bumpers are nicely moulded and cover up the seam lines between the body parts. And there's them both on the back. There are then these kind of central parts. I'm not actually sure what these are called. If you know about these shapes on the bumpers, please do tell me. And they just slot on really easily. The E-Type is a very special car for us because it was our wedding car when we got married in August of 2012. We drove a 1974 V12 convertible in red. Very nice. Now for the headlights, you first need to do the chrome surround. There are slots for this to fit in nicely. You could, I suppose, have fitted the lens to the surround first. I used the Bob Smith Super Gold Plus again for this, which isn't quite as strong as regular super glue, but it has much less risk of damaging the paint. So then the lenses, you need to make sure that you get them the right way round. And there is a very small ledge for them to fit on the chrome trim. Now the indicators here, just like the tail lights, the slot for them to fit in isn't very big. There is a sort of elongated hexagonal piece which you then put a clear part on top, and it's about 2/3 in clear orange and 1/3 left plain. Just like at the back, put these in before the bumpers. You may want to open these holes a bit wider. There's then a small lip for the front bumper to fit on in much the same way as the rear one does. The door handles fit quite nicely into the holes in the side. There was then the horizontal bar that goes across the centre of the grille. There's also a small circle in the centre of this for the Jaguar Growler badge to go. This is on the decal sheet, and I did this later so that I didn't move it while fitting this part. I coloured the two window washer jets in silver. There are 3 windscreen wipers for this kit, and they're all on the chrome sprue. Black Sharpie is a really good way of colouring in the rubber trim. The fit of them is probably the worst of anything on this entire kit. I don't know why it's so bad. Perhaps the hole's filled with a bit of paint. I'm not sure. You may want to drill this hole bigger or sand the windscreen wiper tips to fit in a little better, but I wasn't very happy with this, and this took a lot of time and a lot of swearing. The third one here on the left is kind of curved and fits around the bottom of the windscreen, so that one in particular was pretty tricky. I'd rubbed off some of the silver from the jet washers while I was doing this, so I just added a little bit more. In order to try and get the bonnet to fit as well as possible, I gave it a bit of a push. It's not a great fit, unfortunately. The badge on the front is red and looks quite nice. Now I decided to go with the kit wing mirrors because I decided that the bullet ones just weren't going to fit. Happily, these go together really nicely. You just put the mirror itself into the housing, it's all in chrome, and there's a kind of square pin to go into a square hole. As recommended by regular viewer Robert Jutson, I decided to put the rear number plate onto the aluminium foil. These era British number plates were metal, and this gives it a really realistic thin look, and also there's a slight shine to it that you wouldn't have got had I used the plastic one. So there we are, another great use for this really versatile resource. Apart from that, the kit is pretty much out of the box. I did lose the rear fog light though, but here are some pictures of the interior firstly to remind you what that looked like. And here is the finished car. I took these pictures with my new light box, and when I was looking at them I did notice some orange peel and some scratch marks that I had left on the bodywork. And what this has taught me is the importance of using a really good light source when you're building to notice these mistakes. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I have enjoyed building it. I do recommend this kit. I have heard some rumours that there may be some quality control issues that are delaying its release in North America. Hopefully those will be resolved and it will be released soon. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.